What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Manchester United Liverpool post-match reaction video, and I'm absolutely fuming. For the first time in 10 years Liverpool haven't won their opening 3 Premier League games, and something is seriously fundamentally wrong with this Liverpool team right now. And it's not just the dysfunctional midfield, because the midfield was completely overrun by the worst Man United side of the past 25 years, and I can't believe that we got dominated and we got smashed and we got beaten, well deservedly beaten, by the worst Man United team of the past 25 years. We put 9 goals past these lot last season, and yet Liverpool put out a Jordan Henderson, James Milner midfield. Why is Henderson starting when he put in 2 dreadful performances already this season and Fabinho was on the bench? And also something is fundamentally wrong, because the 2 hallmarks of Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool teams have always been intensity and mentality monsters, and we absolutely are none of those two. We lack intensity and we lack the right mentality in games, and that's the first time in a Jurgen Klopp era where a Liverpool team doesn't have the right mentality from the start. Half of Liverpool's star players don't look bothered. Are they mentally, physically exhausted from an absolutely grueling, brutal campaign last season where we went for all 4 trophies, and maybe the team is running on empty right now and we needed fresh impetus? And I think Darwin Núñez and Fabio Carvalho are really good, awesome signings, but I think we need a midfielder. If Jurgen Klopp thinks that this Liverpool midfield is good enough to challenge Man City for the title, I think something is seriously wrong at Liverpool. But he already said today in a press conference that he would want to sign a midfielder, but he is not in charge of the finances, so he's not allowed to spend money on a midfield solution. But after this, the owners, FSG, have to free up some funds. Liverpool have to sign a midfielder, because by the time all our key players come back from either injury or suspension, we might be so far away from Man City, we might be out of the title race. Right now, of course, you can't say we are out of the title race because it's only 3 games. But at the moment, Liverpool don't play like a team who can challenge for the Premier League title. That's the brutally honest, harsh truth. But I want your opinion in the comments below. What is wrong with this Liverpool team? Why aren't we playing with the right attitude from the start? And also, at halftime, there was in the second half, there was no reaction from this Liverpool team. But first of all, the Liverpool midfield, James Milner, he doesn't have the legs and he doesn't have of course, the quality, in my opinion, to play a really creative role that is needed in a box-to-box midfield role. Henderson as a number 6, usually he's good there. He started the season so badly. Usually Jordan Henderson's pass accuracy is around 85%, yet this season his pass accuracy is way down in the 65-70% mark. That's a shockingly big drop-off at this level, and Jurgen Klopp has a seriously big decision to make. Does he bench Jordan Henderson permanently? He's the captain of this team, he's the leader, he has been given a new 3 or 4 year contract last season, I can't remember exactly how long, but Jordan Henderson might not take it too well, but it might help this Liverpool team. I think Fabinho should start as a defensive midfielder, and also this Liverpool team is very clearly overly reliant on Thiago and Fabinho, and when one of them doesn't play, our midfield is worse. But when both of them don't play, our midfield is absolutely shockingly bad. Thiago and Fabinho are our 2 best midfielders, so no wonder that we are worse than without them. But to have this shockingly bad midfield, and to have Man United, who are an average side still, don't get this result, that a pretty average Man United team well deservedly beat Liverpool, because Man United could have been 3-0 up at half-time. They were creating so many chances, they hit the post, and yes, Man United were lucky with the refereeing decisions. Yes, Man United were lucky in the second half when Bruno Fernandes doesn't score an own goal because Lisandro Martinez blocks it on the line. It's very lucky. for Man United. That doesn't go in. How Bruno Fernandes doesn't get a second yellow for time wasting after Mo Salah scored a brilliant header. And that's the only positive today, apart from Harvey Elliott's and Fabio Carvalho's performance. I thought Carvalho was brilliant when he came on. And we really should bench the likes of Henderson and Milner. And we should start with Carvalho and Harvey Elliott. Give the young players a chance, because the senior players, the legends of this side, of this Liverpool team, are not performing right now. They are not performing nowhere near to their full potential. And that's my biggest worry. Some of our key players are starting the season in dreadful form. Trent Alexander-Arnold, a shadow of himself. Virgil van Dijk, what was he doing before the Man United goal, the first Man United goal? Jadon Sancho sits down James Milner, brilliant skill, but Henderson is like ice skating at the back. He's standing on the 5-yard or 6-yard line, not moving towards the ball. He's not trying to block the ball. And I don't understand. And James Milner fully justifiably berates Virgil van Dijk. He screams in his face, and you very rarely see that in a Liverpool team. But it just showed that the attitude wasn't right. Virgil van Dijk usually is so good defensively, but he has not performed so far. He's too casual, too laid back, too relaxed, too, I don't know, no intensity, no motivation in this Liverpool side. Are we just already have given up on the title race? What is going on? I just don't understand how this Liverpool team don't play with the same hunger, the same desire, the same intensity that was really our trademark for the past 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, however long, has Jurgen Klopp implemented this really intense, really high, motivated Liverpool side. We look like a team which needs help from the outside, which needs, maybe, of course, when the injured players come back, this Liverpool team will be looking much better. We badly miss a number 9. Darwin Núñez's red card has come at the worst possible time, when Jota, Thiago, Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Curtis Jones are out injured. Darwin Núñez getting suspended was the worst news, honestly, because he would have loved to play against 5'9" Martinez, the centre back, who is not a great world-class player. But Man United, credit to Man United, they started the game with a lot of intensity, a lot of hunger. It looked like Man United wanted the victory more, and that's the most unacceptable thing from a Liverpool point of view. You can't go into such a big game when Liverpool still have no wins this season, and you don't match the intensity, the desire, the passion, the hunger of the opposition when it's your bitterest, clearest rival. And this was a typical Old Trafford Liverpool performance. Apart from the last 2 games where we dominated Man United, we won 4-2 and 5-0 here at Old Trafford. The previous performances at Old Trafford, even under Jurgen Klopp, it was like Liverpool are in awe of the situation. Liverpool are just starstruck by the occasion, or I don't know what happens usually when we play at Old Trafford, but we don't play like our usual self, and we were back to it today. But I felt Fabinho should have started ahead of either Henderson or James Milner. Harvey Elliott was a bright spark. Fabio Carvalho, when he came on, I felt that he injected a lot of pace, a lot of trickery, desire into this Liverpool midfield. And also, we have to talk about Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino sometimes picked up the ball in the defensive midfield position, because you don't have creativity in the midfield. You don't have a player who can get the ball and carry it forward and distribute the ball. Henderson and Milner have absolutely no creativity whatsoever, and they are really blank midfielders. And you need those workhorses as well, but you need a midfielder who can really, somebody like Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva. I don't want to compare Liverpool to Man City, but Man City are clearly miles better because their midfield is much better. Defensively and in attack, Man City and Liverpool are on a similar level, usually in the past 3 years. but creativity from midfield, goal scoring from midfield, Man City are miles ahead of Liverpool. And Liverpool need exactly a type of player like Kevin De Bruyne, but also Liverpool need a traditional number 9. Bobby Firmino is not that. He's more of an attacking midfielder nowadays. And Firmino just doesn't occupy the defenders, and he doesn't go into the box, and he doesn't have that clinical instinct anymore that a really good striker has, like Darwin Núñez, like Diogo Jota. And without those guys, I feel we have a lot of holes in our attack as well. And Firmino, of course, came back into the midfield so he can get the ball and try to help the Liverpool midfielders, because it was clearly evident the Liverpool midfield was way out of their depth. Let me know what you think about this. That's my analysis for the game. I don't want to make this too long of a video. Thanks for watching, guys. I still hope that you guys enjoy these. Leave a like. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.